Have you ever stood in a crowded room surrounded by laughter and chatter, yet felt an unshakable sense of emptiness? You smile, you nod, you reply to messages, but deep down, something feels hollow. It's as if you're playing a role in someone else's story disconnected from your own. You keep people close, yet your heart feels unfulfilled. What if the answer isn't in the number of connections you have, but in the depth of the connection you have with yourself? This isn't about rejecting others or isolating yourself. It's about finding the courage to stand tall on your own, rooted in your own strength. Welcome to the Inner Path, where we explore how to live authentically and embrace the power within you. This journey begins with a simple truth. You don't need a crowd to feel whole. Society often tells us that solitude is a flaw, that being alone means you're missing something. But what if that's the greatest misconception of all? What if true strength, the kind that no one can take away, comes from learning to thrive in your own company? Solitude isn't weakness. It's the foundation of unshakable confidence. It's where you discover who you are without the noise of others' expectations. This video will show you why embracing your own presence is the key to a life of purpose and freedom. If you're ready to unlock your inner potential, hit that subscribe button and join the Inner Path community. Let's walk this journey of self-discovery together, one step at a time. From a young age, we're taught that happiness depends on our social circles. We're told to seek friends, build networks, and stay connected. But what happens when those connections feel shallow? When you're surrounded by people, yet still feel unseen? The problem isn't the people around you, it's the belief that they hold the key to your fulfillment. When you rely on others to feel valued, you give away your power. You become a leaf in the wind, swayed by their presence or absence. True? Empowerment comes from building a foundation within yourself. Imagine your life as a house. If you build it on the approval of others, it's like constructing on sand and stable and easily washed away. But when you build on your own self-worth, you create a structure that stands firm, no matter the storm. This doesn't mean you can't have meaningful relationships. It means you choose them from a place of strength, not need. You connect because you want to, not because you fear being alone. Self-reliance is more than a skill, it's a way of being. It's knowing that your happiness, your peace, and your identity are yours to cultivate. When you stop looking outward for validation, you take control of your narrative. You become the author of your story, writing chapters that reflect your truth, not someone else's expectations. This shift is transformative. It frees you from the cycle of seeking approval and allows you to live with clarity and intention. Solitude is often misunderstood. Many fear it, equating it with loneliness or rejection. But there's a profound difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Loneliness stems from a sense of lack, a craving for external connection. Solitude, on the other hand, is a choice's sacred space where you meet yourself without distraction. It's where you hear your inner voice, unfiltered by the opinions of others. It's where growth begins. Think about the moments when you felt most alive. Maybe it was during a quiet walk, a late-night journal session, or a time when you tackled a challenge on your own. Those moments of solitude reveal your strength. They show you that you are enough, just as you are. In the stillness, you confront your fears, your dreams, and your truths. You learn to trust yourself, to rely on your own wisdom. This is where you build resilience, where you forge a bond with yourself that no one can break. Solitude is your training ground. It's where you strip away the layers of who you thought you had to be and uncover who you truly are. It's where you face your insecurities and realize they don't define you. It's where you plant the seeds of purpose, nurturing them with focus and intention. The world may tell you to fear being alone, but the truth is, solitude is where you find your power. It's where you become unshakable. Share a moment when you felt truly empowered by yourself, or type "I am enough" in the comments to declare your commitment to your inner strength. Let's inspire each other on this journey. Dependency on others isn't connection, it's a trap. When you tie your worth to how many people like you, text you, or include you, you build a fragile life. People change, priorities shift, circumstances evolve. If your sense of self depends on their presence, you're always one step away from instability. But when you cultivate self-reliance, you create a life that stands steady, no matter who stays or goes. Consider the friendships you value. Are they built on mutual respect and authenticity, or are they rooted in convenience? Many relationships are conditional. They thrive when things are easy, but fade when challenges arise. This isn't a judgment, it's a reality. People are human, with their own journeys and limitations. But relying on them to fill your emotional voids sets you up for disappointment. True connection comes from two whole individuals choosing to share their paths, not from one needing the other to feel complete. Breaking free from dependency means embracing your own sufficiency. It means learning to comfort yourself in moments of doubt, to celebrate your wins without needing applause, and to guide yourself when the path is unclear. This isn't about closing yourself off. It's about opening yourself up to a deeper relationship with you. When you become your own anchor, you attract relationships that are genuine, not transactional. You stop settling for less than you deserve because you know your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's validation. You don't need friends to feel whole, you need purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides you through life's uncertainties. It's the fire that keeps you moving forward, even when the road is tough. When you center your energy on a meaningful goal, something that lights up your soul, you create a sense of fulfillment that no external connection can match. Purpose gives you direction, focus, and a reason to rise each day. Finding your purpose doesn't require grand gestures. It starts with small questions. What makes you feel alive? What do you love doing, even when no one's watching? Maybe it's creating art, helping others, or learning something new. These are clues to your calling. As you follow them, you'll discover a path that feels uniquely yours. Purpose isn't about achieving perfection. It's about aligning your actions with your values. It's about living intentionally every day. A purpose-driven life is resilient. It doesn't crumble when others pull away or when life throws challenges. Your way, it thrives because it's rooted in something deeper than external approval. Your commitment to yourself. When you live with purpose, you stop chasing fleeting validation and start building a legacy that reflects your truth. You become a beacon, inspiring others not because you seek their admiration, but because you're living authentically. Self-reliance is freedom. It's the ability to walk your path with confidence, knowing you're enough. It's the courage to say no to relationships that don't serve you and yes to opportunities that align with your vision. It's the peace of knowing that no matter what happens, if you have yourself in, that's more than enough. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of clarity. You know who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. You don't need others to validate your choices because you trust your own judgment. You don't fear silence because it's where you find your strength. This is the life you create when you embrace self-reliance. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up for yourself day after day. This freedom doesn't mean you'll never connect with others. Contrary, when you're whole on your own, you attract relationships that are richer, deeper, and more authentic. You give from a place of abundance, not lack. You share your light without dimming your own. And if someone walks away, you let them go with grace. Knowing your worth isn't tied to their presence. Not all connections are created equal. Many friendships are built on surface-level convenience, shared spaces, mutual interests, or temporary seasons. These bonds can be enjoyable, but they often lack depth. When life shifts, they fade, revealing their conditional nature. This isn't a flaw in others. It's a reminder to prioritize quality over quantity. Real connections are rare and precious. They're built on mutual respect, honesty, and a willingness to show up even when it's hard. These are the relationships that endure, not because they're perfect, but because they're rooted in truth. When you're self-reliant, you seek these kinds of bonds. You don't cling to superficial friendships out of fear. You choose connections that uplift and inspire. Building real connections starts with being real with yourself. When you know your values, your boundaries, and your dreams, you attract people who resonate with your authenticity. You create space for relationships that are partnerships, not dependencies. And in those moments when you're alone, you're not lonely, you're whole, surrounded by the strength of your own presence. Self-discovery is a lifelong adventure. It's about peeling back the layers of who you've been told to be and uncovering who you are at your core. It's about asking hard questions. What do I believe? What do I want? What am I afraid of? These questions aren't always easy, but they're essential. They lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself, a clarity that lights your path. This journey requires courage. It means facing your shadows, your doubts, your fears, your past mistakes. But it also means celebrating your light, your strengths, your passions, your unique gifts. Every step you take brings you closer to your truth. Every moment of reflection strengthens your foundation. And as you grow, you realize that you don't need others to complete you. You're already whole. Self-discovery is where transformation happens. It's where you rewrite your story, choosing empowerment over limitation, courage over fear, and truth over illusion. It's where you become the hero of your own life, not a supporting character in someone else's. And the beauty of this journey is that it's yours forever. Embracing your inner power, you are more powerful than you know. Within you lies a reservoir of strength, wisdom, and potential, waiting to be tapped. When you embrace your inner power, you stop shrinking to fit in. You stop silencing your voice to keep others comfortable. You step into your truth unapologetically. This power isn't about control or dominance, it's about presence. It's about showing up fully in every moment. It's about trusting yourself to navigate life's challenges, knowing you have everything you need within you. It's about living with intention, guided by your purpose and fueled by your passion. Embracing your inner power means letting go of the need for external validation. It means standing tall even when the world tries to pull you down. It means choosing yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect. So when you live from this place, you become a force of light that shines not just for you, but for everyone around you. This is your moment. Right now, you have a choice: to keep seeking fulfillment outside yourself or to start building it within. Choose the path of self-reliance. Choose the courage to stand alone, knowing you're enough. Choose the freedom to live your truth, unburdened by the need for approval. Start small. Spend a few minutes each day in solitude, listening to your thoughts. Write down what inspires you, what scares you, what you dream of. Take one step toward a goal that matters to you, no matter how small. These moments of intention are the building blocks of a life you love, a life that's yours, through and through. If this message resonates, join the Inner Path community by subscribing. Let's grow together, sharing insights and inspiration to live authentically. And don't forget to comment below, share a moment when you felt truly empowered by yourself, or type "I am enough" to affirm your inner strength. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. You are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. The world may try to convince you otherwise, telling you to seek validation, to fear solitude, to measure your worth by your connections. But the truth is, your worth is inherent. It's woven into the fabric of who you are. And when you embrace that truth, you unlock a life of freedom, purpose, and unshakable strength. Solitude isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It's the space where you grow, where you heal, where you become. Self-reliance isn't isolation. Empowerment. It's the courage to be your own foundation, your own light, your own home. And from that place, you create a life that's not just good, but extraordinary. So take this moment to choose yourself. Honor your journey, your dreams, your truth. Walk your path with confidence, knowing that you are whole just as you are. And if others join you, let them be a bonus, not a necessity. Because you alone are unstoppable. Thank you for watching. And if you're inspired to keep growing, subscribe to The Inner Path for more videos on living with purpose and power. Comment below with "I am enough," or share a moment when you felt empowered by yourself. Let's build a community of strong, self-reliant souls, one story at a time. See you in the next video.